walks back to Rome, sends his army, we're done, you're dismissed. Can't go with your band, go be with them. Walks back to Rome with his hands in his pockets. What are they going to do to him? They're going to kill him. So he rejects this Senate demand of the Senate, and makes his way into Italy with his army, refusing to disband his forces. He marches into Italy, and civil war begins between Pompey and Caesar. And check the map here. They're going to fight it out all over the place. They'll battle in Spain, they'll battle in northern Africa, and they will battle in Greece. To make a much longer story short, in 48 BC, Caesar and Pompey will meet for a decisive battle in northern Greece at a site called Pharsalus, Pharsalus. To make, again, a much longer story short, after battling here and down here in Africa, Caesar, 48 BC, and Pompey meeting for a decisive battle in northern Greece at a site called Pharsalus.
Yep, this is the third Civil War.
This is part of Civil War number 2. Yeah, Civil War 1 is Marius versus Sulla. Civil War 2 is Pompey versus Caesar.
Where's the Rubicon?
The Rubicon is here, yeah, in 49 BC. Rubicon is this river in northern Italy separating Italian Gaul from Roman Italy. And it's in 49, they send him word to disband his army. And he crosses the Rubicon, rejecting the Senate's command with the words, "The die is cast." Civil war is on between Caesar and Pompey. Yes, it is Civil War number 2. Actually, they battled it all over the place. Finally, 48 BC, decisive battle. Caesar meeting Pompey for battle in northern Greece at Pharsalus. Pompey had earlier enjoyed success. He didn't want Caesar a little bit. They gave him the turn great. Now, there was a reason he got the turn. He had beaten Caesar on earlier occasions, but not this time. At Pharsalus, Pompey is badly defeated by Caesar. And after his defeat, what he's going to do, track the movements here. Where's he going to go? He runs to Egypt. After having been defeated by Caesar, Pompey runs to Egypt. Now, Egypt at this time is still an independent state. It's not part of the Holy Roman Empire. It's not part of the Roman Empire. It's an independent kingdom ruled by those Ptolemies. Now, Caesar, after his victory, he'll follow Pompey to Egypt. And when he gets there, the Ptolemaic Pharaoh, Ptolemy XIII, welcomes him, greets him, and presents him with a gift. He gives Caesar the head of Pompey. Now, Caesar didn't like that. Why didn't he like it? He wanted Pompey. And in his anger over what he considered a treacherous move on the part of the Pharaoh, he will make war on Ptolemy XIII. He will defeat him, he'll kill him, and then place his sister fully in control. That is Ptolemy's sister, fully in control of Egypt. And who is that? Cleopatra. He'll place Caesar, will place Cleopatra fully in control of Egypt. And he will have a relationship with the 18-year-old Cleopatra, and she will bear him a child, Caesarion. All right, well, after his victory, so the Second Civil War has come to an end. 48 BC, Caesar's victorious. Pompey has been killed. Caesar, after installing Cleopatra as Pharaoh of Egypt, will make his way back to Rome. Once back in Rome, in 44 BC, he will be named dictator, like Sulla before him, will be named dictator for life. Now, Caesar, as dictator of Rome,
What year was this?
44, he's named. He's actually named dictator in 47, and then in 44 BC, 44 BC, he's named dictator for life, the same year as his assassination. Right, he goes back, gets back to Rome in 47 BC. It took a little while to go there. A little detour over here in Pontus. He beats up on the king of Pontus. That's where he makes his famous boast, "I came, I saw, I conquered." Then he goes back to Rome in 47 BC, and he's named dictator that year. And then 44 BC, he's named dictator for life. And as dictator, he recognized the Roman Republic is dying. So he institutes reforms that he hoped would ensure his continued control over the Roman state. One thing he doesn't do, unlike Sulla, unlike Marius, these guys, he doesn't prescribe his enemies. Instead, he treats them fairly, allowing them to maintain high posts in the government, seats in the Senate. Perhaps a mistake on the part of Caesar? It seems that it was a mistake on the part of Caesar. Well, in any case, what he will do, he'll increase the size of the Senate from 600 to 900, 300 new seats. But appointing those new senators himself. Some of them are Gauls, imagine that, these maniacs walking around with togas on in the Senate now. In any case, he will also, in addition to increasing the size of the Senate, 300 more seats, he also increases the number of political offices in Rome, those magistracies, more quaestors, and so forth, and nominates the new officers himself. Along with these reforms, perhaps his most enduring reform, associated with Caesar, his most enduring reform is his calendar. What he's going to do, he's going to change the calendar from the lunar to the solar year. The result, the Julian calendar. Which will fix the number of days for a full length of a year to 365, with an extra day every 4 years, right? The leap year at 366. And it will fix the order of the months and days of the week as they exist in present-day calendars. In fact, the month July was named after Julius Caesar, the Julian calendar, which essentially is the calendar we use today. Pope Gregory in the 16th century made a very slight modification to the calendar, but basically the calendar we use today is Caesar's calendar. Just a couple other things and we'll wrap it up. Caesar will, in addition to all his reforms, he's going to establish a number of colonies, about 20 of them, throughout the Mediterranean, especially in those newly conquered lands, here in Gaul, over here in the east. He'll establish about 20 colonies of Roman citizens throughout the empire. And that helps to relieve unemployment, overcrowding in Rome, and it also helps to spread Roman culture throughout these newly conquered areas. Finally, the last thing Caesar's going to do. He's going to assume a number of titles, positions, and honors, which affirm his sole command of the Roman state. He will be named Imperator. I'll just give you a couple. Imperator. That's Commander-in-Chief. He is Imperator. Imperium, the power to command. He is Imperator, Commander-in-Chief. He's also Pontifex Maximus. This is Latin. Pontifex. Pontifex means priest. And if you're the Pontifex Maximus, what are you? Yeah, you're the high priest of the Roman state. Position one holds for life. Pontifex, P-O-N-T-I-F-E-X. Again, that just means priest. So Pontifex Maximus is the high priest. Every year he's consul, he's got the power of tribune, he's got the power of treasurer, he's got the power of censor, he's got it all. In fact, it's clear that power in Rome under Caesar is concentrated in the hands of one man, as it had been during the monarchy. Caesar is thus accused of recreating monarchy in Rome, a conspiracy involving 60 senators, most notably his close friend. Who was that again? Marcus Junius Brutus, who will result in the assassination of Caesar, March 15, 44 BC. Yeah, with Caesar having concentrated power in his hands, recreating monarchy. These people, Brutus and friends, consider him a tyrant, and in assassinating him, they feel they're doing the same thing that old Lucius Junius Brutus, his ancestor, did to those Etruscans 500 years earlier in driving them out of Rome.
You said that date one more time?
Yeah, March 15, the Ides of March, March 15, 44 BC. Yeah. Beware the Ides of March. Yeah, there were a lot of warning signs. You know, birds are flying in some chaotic pattern, that's an omen of a bad one. There's lightning and thunder, all the bad rain. They doing the sacrifices that day, there was a cancerous liver, everything telling him, don't go to the Senate that day. But Caesar, what's he going to do? He's a tough guy. Yeah, he's going to was tough. He'll make his way to the Senate chamber and they will strike him down, as we see here. 23 stab wounds. And they say that Caesar was a tough guy. He's fighting these guys off, and they're hitting him, but they're not getting any vital organs. So he's continuing to fight until he sees who? Until he sees Brutus, his buddy. And when he sees Brutus, he can't believe his close friend has conspired against him. He gives up. He stops fighting and allows the assassins to strike him down. Now, one quick point, kind of interesting. What is, according to Shakespeare, what does Caesar say when he sees Brutus? Et tu, Brute, and you, Brutus, he can't believe it. Well, Shakespeare gets that from the ancient writings. In the ancient writings, it's not and you, Brutus, it's and you, my child. And the suggestion is, what may have been the relationship between Brutus and Caesar? Brutus may have been his son. Caesar may have had a relationship with Brutus's mom. The result was Brutus, having found out about that, angered over this relationship, this affair. And when Brutus strikes him, Brutus doesn't hit hit him in the chest.